Although information technology positively impacts the world in terms of occupation advancements, there are also negative impacts that affect the quality of the jobs in the near future. These can be summarized in the following 5 arguments: lack of job security, decrease of productivity at work, productivity monitoring impact on employee morale, limiting decision-making capability, and lower relative pay for the same jobs. Therefore, the 5 divisions evidently proves that information technology is the root cause of quality deficiency in future jobs. Job security will be severely affected by information technology in the future. With information technology constantly improving and changing the work environment, this means that people will constantly need to stay up to date with the latest technology advancements. This could also affect the distribution of jobs where people would have to relocate to remain employed in their given sector. Jobs are increasingly becoming automated and made redundant. The future of work will become the survival of the most adaptable, says Paul Mason, an emerging technologies director for Innovate UK. As technology changes the way we work, the jobs remaining will be changeable, and employees must be versatile. In the future, the workplace will most likely shift towards more part-time, freelance-based work, and employers won't think of unique skills that employees have, but rather only consider how long they will need the employees for. The second struggle for employees in the workforce in the future is a decrease in personal productivity. With the increase in information technology in the future, all companies in the workforce will be utilizing online communication. Of course, messages and notifications are necessary and helpful in the workplace, but it may distract employees from other important tasks at hand, undermining productivity instead of enhancing it. Although people compensate for interruptions by working faster, this in turn causes stress and frustration. Employee performance is ultimately affected. Although the increase of automation systems in the workforce will increase the overall productivity of a business, it will also negatively impact the overall productivity of individual employees. Businesses will focus on updating and maintaining the automated systems instead of retraining and investing in individuals. Employees may feel as though the employer is neglecting them, and employees will not have opportunities to challenge themselves and continue growing in their skill sets. By constantly measuring productivity, employees will feel stressed when they realize they are being watched at work. The fear of being undervalued decreases employee satisfaction in the workplace. Monitoring productivity forces all employees to have identical working habits, which may not be applicable for all employees. The goal of the development process optimization is to standardize employee working habits. For example, if the management of a business recognizes that the majority of employees are more productive in the morning and makes the decision to change all the start times to the morning, then there are bound to be employees that are negatively affected and will result in low morale. Low morale decreases productivity and will result in a higher turnover rate and a greater number of employees leaving a company. Company culture is a large factor in employee productivity. Blair Koch, an executive entrepreneurial group facilitator, writes that nothing will plummet your business's productivity faster than negative company culture. The growth of information technology through time cards, payroll processing, and productivity monitoring has decreased the engagement and human aspect of employees taking interest in the work they do. Historically, some companies that have implemented employee monitoring programs with the development of information technology have experienced higher turnover rates. The cost of losing employees implies increased training and onboarding costs. Next, the growth of IT through time cards, payroll processing, and productivity monitoring has decreased the engagement and human aspect of employees taking interest in the work that they do. Information technology will negatively affect the quality of jobs in the future because it limits decision-making capacity. AI is a growing industry where 61% of businesses with an innovation strategy use artificial intelligence to find opportunities in data that would otherwise be missed by human error. Decision-making by employees will be greatly affected as employees will not have the capacity or opportunities to understand real situations regarding their business. Artificial intelligence is projected to replace highly technical jobs such as analytics, forecasting jobs, and data scientists. This will ultimately reduce creativity and innovation needed from humans. The jobs remaining will result in low-level data entry jobs for humans to input information and artificial intelligence to analyze. Decision-making will be more heavily based on statistics and information determined by the artificial intelligence, reducing a human's capacity to interpret data. As a result, many jobs are at risk of becoming automated, and this issue is a large contributor to the 47% of jobs that are at risk for automation over the next 2 decades. The final argument as to how information technology will negatively affect jobs in the future is that it will result in lower relative pay for similar jobs. With the advances in technology, the cost of implementing automation to replace jobs is decreasing, which also decreases the cost of labor. Workers are laid off and forced to take lower-paying jobs, resulting in a lower quality of life. It keeps people in the lower middle class without an opportunity to move up. Furthermore, with the development of technology constantly increasing, companies are taking advantage of implementing technology to underdeveloped countries to pay their labor workers cheaper than what they would be paid in developed countries. This decreases the relative compensation of employees in underdeveloped countries for the same task that is being done in a developed country. By utilizing an automated system and artificial intelligence, jobs are more likely to be replaced. It may be difficult for humans to be reemployed in new jobs that may compensate them as well as their old jobs, or even maintain themselves within the middle class. As a result, by analyzing the 5 factors that affect the quality of jobs, information technology will have a negative impact overall. Lack of job security, decrease of productivity at work, productivity monitoring impacting employee morale, limiting decision-making capacity, and lower relative pay for the same job. As a result, information technology should be controlled to minimize negative effects on the workforce for both workers and employees in the future.